Hi guys, welcome back. This blog is what are the best condos in Coconut Grove. If you've read some of our other blogs, you'll notice we talk about what are the best condos in Miami, what are the best new condos in Miami, what are the best condos on Miami Beach, Key Biscayne, Brickell, and this one's obviously about Coconut Grove. So Coconut Grove is very, very close to my heart. I have been a Grovite for 10 years and I know every single corner of the Grove and I've worked through all the different buildings. And it's just clear to say, as I say again every time, the best condo is rather subjective. It's really about what's right for your lifestyle, and not all lines are the same. Not units are the same, and you can't just blanketly say this building is great or this building is bad. It's a case-by-case scenario, and of course it's price dependent. But let me break down for you the best condos in Coconut Grove. Remembering, Coconut Grove does not have an awful lot of condos. It's actually relatively limited because it's mainly a single-family market. But in doing so, it becomes far more resilient to economic change because primary residents do not change their life. So it's a far more buoyant, a much stronger, much more resilient real estate market to buy into in terms of condo living. It doesn't have the same undulations that Brickell has. So the first building I'm going to talk about is Grovenor House. This was, back in 2006, the building. It's a Ugo Colombo design project. It still today holds up very, very well. If you look for 2 bedrooms, you're looking around 1,750 square feet. Excellent in terms of views, so if you want some nice views, that's what you'll get in those 2-bedroom units. There's 1,750 square feet, and then obviously as you go up from that, you're into 2,400 square feet that you'll see in the O3 line. And the O4 line, and then when you get to the O1 and the O2 line, which flank on either side, those are the big players. Now you're looking at around $1,000 a square foot, or a little bit under for those units. I sold 2001, we know 2301 is sold, and obviously we have a few others that are now on the market as well. Now the O1 line is that big 4-bedroom, potentially 5-bedroom unit. It's 4,000 square feet, and that is certainly a unit that holds up even against buildings like Grove at Grand Bay. Moving on, Grove at Grand Bay, that is a newer building. That is part of the new breed of buildings that have come up into the Grove, and that is really Park Grove and Grove at Grand Bay. They both come from the same architectural house. You'll actually see that the BIG is the developer, the architect group for Grove at Grand Bay. We fondly refer to it as the Twisted Sisters. 2 towers. It is the south tower that is the more preferred tower, just to be clear. The north tower actually looks into the south tower, so the premiums are obviously on the south tower. The best line on that is going to be your O1 line and the O2 line. Arguably the O2, because as you get elevated, you get a clear view south, looking over Coco Plum, Tahiti Beach, and into the Gables. Again, those units range from some 2 bedrooms, which are much smaller, up to 4,000, 5,000 plus square foot units. The thing to mention with Grove at Grand Bay is that it has a far more kind of industrial feel. It's concrete polished floors through the lobbies, and it does have this situation with these big columns, these big pillars. Now that isn't so much of an issue when you have very big units. However, on the smaller units, beware, because you will lose a lot of bedroom size with those columns. You know, some small bedrooms where you pretty much can't even fit a bed in. So think about that when you're looking. Yet the dollar per square foot is definitely on the softer side compared to its counterpart, which is Park Grove. Park Grove is the 3rd of the buildings that I'm going to mention in terms of the best condos in Coconut Grove. This is considered probably the big player, and it's also mentioned in our 10 best condos or new condos in Miami. Park Grove is a new project that just literally has opened, and we still have Tower 1 to go. Tower 2 and Tower 3 are open. The plays on Tower 2 are the B and the C line because they are unobstructed and they don't have obstructions either to the north or the south. The D line has some somewhat obstructions to the north, which is the Ritz-Carlton, and the A line has a little bit of an obstruction as you look into what will be Tower 1. Tower 1 is the clear play with unobstructed views. Again, you're going to be over 1,000 square foot here, dollar per square foot in terms of price. So if you're looking at a 2-bedroom unit, you're going to be looking at around 2.5 million. If you're looking at a 3-bedroom or a 3 and a den, you're going to be into the $3 million plus range. So those are the big 3. There's a couple of honorable mentions I'd like to say for Coconut Grove. Smaller buildings. You have Glass, which is a newer building, which is more boutique, which sits up on 27th. and that is definitely for people who can't afford to get into the 3-4 million range, or even into the 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 million range. And then outside of that, you also have Arbor, which is located behind Cocoa Walk. This is probably considered maybe a touch up from Glass. The finish is obviously going to be a little bit more sophisticated, shall we say, but location-wise, a little bit more private, less noise from the street because it is located on the street behind Cocoa Walk, which is a little quieter. It's really townhouses around there. So those are my top for Coconut Grove. If you obviously want to focus in Coconut Grove and want a more holistic understanding, then give me a call. One more condo to mention. This is my wild card. If you know Coconut Grove, or if you don't know Coconut Grove, you may or may not be familiar with the Gables Club. This is a very undervalued building, and in fact it sits to the south, and it's really classified as Coral Gables, but it's just on that cusp. And I'll tell you that the play there is the A-line. The A-line in 60 Edgewater is the one that gives you the most incredible views. So if views are your thing, and you want a large unit, and you want to keep it at $1,000 a square foot or less, that's a building to consider. I know it well, I've sold in there. We currently have listed 14A, so pick up the phone, give me a call. Again, reach me through WhatsApp. You can Twitter me, you can email me, you can speak to me through the Zopim chat. I'm an easy guy to find, and we look forward to helping you. And please check out my other blogs and articles about the other best condos in Miami.